was over. The screaming had stopped. The steel had fallen silent. And for the first time in hours, there was nothing left but wind moving through the dead. Smoke drifted slowly across the field. The earth was blackened, and mud mixed with blood beneath broken shields and shattered spears. Men who had laughed together only days before now lay motionless beneath the darkening sky. Brothers, fathers, sons, warriors, all gone. And in the middle of that silence, one man still stood. Barely. His armor cracked and blood running from his hands. Exhaustion hanging from his body like chains. He had fought for hours. Watched men die beside him. Watched fear consume other men. Watched courage rise from others he thought would break. And still, he remained. Not untouched, not victorious in the way stories often describe, but alive. And sometimes survival itself becomes a burden. He slowly lowered himself onto the battlefield beside the men he could not save, staring across the endless silence around him. And in that moment, he finally understood. Every man enters the world surrounded by others. Family, friends, brothers, lovers, and armies. But eventually, life separates even the strongest of men. Not because they failed, but because some paths simply cannot be walked together forever. The warrior understood that now, deep in his bones. He had spent years fighting beside men he loved. Men he trusted with his life. Men who made him feel less alone beneath the weight of the world. And now, the field was quiet. battle had taken them. And for the first time, he realized the road ahead belonged only to him now. Men spend their lives trying to avoid that truth. They distract themselves from it, hide from it, drown themselves in noise and companionship so they never have to confront it. But life forces every man to stand alone in some way. Through grief and through loss, through suffering and responsibility, through becoming someone the world no longer fully understands. And the men who survive these moments are changed forever. Not colder. They're not cruel. They're quieter. More accepting. They stop resisting solitude. A man does not become strong because he is never alone. He becomes strong because he learns how to carry himself peacefully when he is. The warrior looked around the battlefield one final time at the fallen, at the horrible cost. At the silence left behind after ambition, rage, and glory had burned themselves out. And strangely, he no longer felt anger, only clarity. He understood now that his path had always been this. It was an endless comfort, not constant companionship, but responsibility, sacrifice, and duty. And the quiet burden of continuing forward after others no longer could. Some men are called to build families. Some to lead nations. Some create peace. And some are simply called to walk through the darkness without losing themselves to it. The warrior slowly rose to his feet. He's alone now. Yet somehow calmer than before. Because the fear of solitude had finally left him. He understood that loneliness was no longer the enemy. resistance was. The moment he stopped fighting his path, peace finally washed over him. And as the cold wind moved across the battlefield, the man who remained turned away from the dead and continued walking forward.